Hey y'all, my name is Kurt and I'm here with Trenton. Welcome to SLB Basement Bourbon Bar. And tonight, Trenton, you've got some allocated stuff on the bar top that is right up my alley.
You do like all these?
We'll see. We'll find out if I like them or not. You know what I like about them? They're not cast strength or barrel proof or high proof.
That's
all
true.
of these are under 100 proof. And hey, there's a lot of folks out there that just, they're not for that 120, 130 range. You get a lot of those allocated stuff. These don't have that.
Problem though is the price. All three of these, you can round up, you can round down. They're about $150, depending on where you get them. Secondary is about double that for some of these. I think this one's like $200, $250, something like that.
Wow.
The cool thing though about two of these, I mean they're all cool, but they didn't come out with a Michter's 10-year last year.
You know, I did hear that, and you know the reason why? Because I apologize. I'm assuming they didn't have any ready. Is that accurate?
I can't speculate. I'm hoping it's because they tasted it and they were like, "This isn't ready. We're gonna give this a little bit longer." Mad respect, kind of like George T. Stagg. They were like, "Yeah, this isn't kind of up to our standards."
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat. We'll see if that comes out swinging. Mm-hmm. There was a Michter's 10-year rye last year. It was amazing.
It was delicious. Yeah, and I
Is
still
that
have
the one you
it
have?
right over there. Yeah,
that one is
really good.
Was incredible. So. Mm-hmm. You know, we're starting off with this one. It's got a lot of shoes to fill, and then this one, I love sherry. I'm probably the most excited about this one, actually.
Is that right?
Yeah, because this is a sherry finish, and I'm a huge sherry finish fan.
Yes,
and also the Blood Oath Pact 8 was the Calvados last year. I don't even have words to describe how good that was.
That was obviously my favorite release from Blood Oath. You know, we'll see what this one rates, but that one was very, very good.
Well, and two, the Blood Oath Pact 8 made it into mine. I don't know about yours, like our top 5 of last year.
Yeah.
Finished. I don't remember what category, but
that
was impressive.
Allocated whiskeys, I think it did. Yeah.
So we'll see how this one fares, but we'll get started with the rye first.
Yeah, let's do that. This one, Trent, is 92.8 proof. Michter's 10-year. Now, this is a single barrel.
Yep.
We have to keep that in mind, too.
They do pack a lot of flavor into that low proof point, which I like because you don't need that high proof to kind of carry it with you a little bit.
Right.
I got my Crocs on. They're sticky back here. Oh God, it smells amazing.
I don't think you've cleaned the floor back here in a while.
Me? I don't live here. I did. What did I almost said smacked. I dropped a whole bottle of wine back here off the fridge, and it was not good. There's probably still some stickiness left over.
Between Trent and I, we've dropped a number of things back here. That's for sure.
Especially some mad facts. We've dropped some mad facts back here.
Okay.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, okay, buddy. You the man.
The nose.
You know, that's what it's kind of somewhat similar to last year's. You do get a little bit of that rye spice and a little bit of that herbalness on the nose a little bit. But boy, it goes into that marshmallowy s'mores type thing.
They get that a lot, especially like that toasted rye. That was like a, what do you call it? It was like a Lucky Charms marshmallow or something. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Something like that?
Yeah.
It smells delicious.
It really smells good. This is really good.
Have you ever I've heard a lot that people go to sleep with a little bit of warm milk. I'd go to bed with a little warm glass of this. That
is really good, Trent. I can't lie about it. And I'm going to say it again because I can't help myself. What I personally love about that is the proof point. It's just such an elegant sipper at that proof point. And to me, this one, and I know some don't, but this one is got lots of good flavors too, despite the lower proof point.
It's so soft. It's like pillowy.
It is.
If that makes any sense at all.
It is. It's very creamy too. The nice viscosity on it.
What was the proof again? 92 something? Mm-hmm. 92. Can't read. 92.8. Mm-hmm. And I have to move it out here. I'm starting to get old. But
I do get that. Right up front I get that rye. That rye comes in. You know you're drinking a rye. But then it follows suit with lots of marshmallowy notes for me. What do you got?
I'm just gonna say this right now. It's not as good as last year's. It's close. This isn't like This isn't like a Charlie's batch versus an apprentice batch kind of thing.
Sure.
Where it's like the Charlie's batch is up here and
it's
the
still
apprentice
good.
batch is down here. It's close. It's not as good, but the mouth feels really nice. I get almost like a strawberry something. Wow. I might be off my rocker a little bit. I don't want to stop drinking.
As I was sipping, I honestly, in my mind, Trent, wasn't considering what last year's was comparable to this year's, but now that you mentioned it, sure. As you can see, I'm not a huge rye drinker, and there's about half that bottle gone.
That'd have been gone.
So that tells you something about me personally. It was delicious. There's no doubt about that.
Really, really nice effort, though. I would buy another one, personally. But I'm a big rye fan. I think Michter's... Oh, I think Michter's 10-year rye is also MGP rye. I don't think that they have their own 10-year coming out yet. Well, I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Think about it for a minute, Trenton. I mean, Michter's, there's really nothing at Michter's that's cheap. Even their lower end stuff is still $40 plus.
That's true.
$45 actually now, or whatever it is. And that's just Michter's. That's just, it is what it is. There is no $20 bottle or $25 bottle. There's no such thing. You know, it starts at $45, so it doesn't surprise me that their special release of, 10-year age stated is $150.
Yeah.
You know, whether you like that or not, that's Michter's.
Yeah. And they're always around that price point. I think when I bought my first one, it was like $120, something like that. So it's not, with inflation and everything, it's not too surprising that it was like $150-ish.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
I'm excited for this.
Oh, yeah,
I'm excited for all these. Who am I kidding?
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I got a short sniff of that, and that was like surprising. That's the first word that comes to my mind. I mean, you know me, folks. I'm not the greatest on the sniffer. And I just had like a half a second sniff on that on the way by, and it was like, boom, it's there. The aromas in this glass are pleasant.
I'm gonna go on a limb again. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that this is giving off similar nosing vibes to like George T. Stagg.
It's you know what it is. But it's obviously in a lower proof.
Yeah.
But it has that richness to it for sure, and it has the depth on the nose. To me, you're getting some of that molasses. You're getting some of that tobacco. You're getting some of that deep brown sugar notes on the nose, even to me. I mean, everything delves deep on that nose. I'm hoping that palate follows suit with that, man, because that is outstanding.
What do you hit me for?
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
That's good.
That, for a lower proof, this one's 94.4 proof, Trenton.
Okay.
So for a lower proof bourbon,
that's impressive.
That's exceptional.
That's impressive that there's that much flavor in there.
I know. And I do understand the higher proof whiskeys, usually have fuller flavor profiles. I get that. This will match any other, within reason, any other higher proof cask strength offering with the flavor profile here. I don't know about what you think, but it does for me.
I would be very interested to take a sample of George T. Stagg and dilute it down a little bit to around this proof and kind of compare the two. Because honestly, I think this has so much going on. I'm glad that they didn't come out with, if this is what they were going to come out with last year at a year less.
I'm still on the palate.
It's going.
That rich molasses, but it's getting that little bit of tobacco, that leather, and I'm finding like a little bit of a plum note in there.
Plum, okay.
Some kind of maybe even a dark cherry of some sort. Not a bright cherry, maybe dark cherry, plum, maybe even a date note. Something darker
the dates,
on that.
Yeah.
Something a little bit richer.
It's like a racetrack in my mouth. Like there's stuff zipping all over the place on this one.
That is crazy. I'm super excited about that. Thanks for giving me that bottle, Trent.
Yeah. Hey, I'll say that you can have it. I'll say this too. There was a Michter's 10-year release 2020 or 2021 that I did not like at all. I don't remember which one. I don't think it's not that one. We got the same one at the Michters gift shop when we stopped there for a tour.
I think it was the year before.
Was it?
I believe so.
It was not great.
It was pretty flat.
Yeah. But this one, I mean, that's a
I'm
heck
impressed.
of a comeback if I've ever seen one.
I'm really happy you brought that down. I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either.
I wasn't expecting that.
Going for one little
Super
more.
solid.
What do you call it? One last snort? What do you call it?
Yeah. Give it a last snort, bub. Oh, stop. Kids. Kids. It's wonderful.
I see what you mean about the tobacco, though. It's kind of there.
Yeah.
It follows through from the palate to the nose a little bit.
However, though, it lends to the depth. It doesn't overtake the sip. It lends to the depth. So for me, a really nice bourbon has some sweetness, which that has that deep brown sugar molasses sweetness, but it also balances out with a little bit more. Could be a beautiful oak note, or it could be something like that. This one here, for me personally, is that tobacco-y, tiny leather note that balances the whole sip out.
Very, very well balanced, I think.
My goodness, yes. Well, I didn't wait for you. I'm sorry. I'm moving on to this blood oath.
Yeah, that's I saw that. That's fine.
See what this is all about.
I'm kind of nervous now because this is last, and it went up against some hitters.
It did. So. This is 98.6 proof, like they all are. So But this one was $150, though, huh? I think this went up the most, did it not?
Yeah, I think it did.
I know these were 120, 130 before. These were close to $100. Were they not? I have a hard time remembering. Prices change so much anymore. I don't keep up with that. I
can't remember like the price difference, because last year we were gifted the sample and all this stuff, and then this one, I've seen people posting about it like 120, 149, like that kind of thing. So I think it's market depending.
I see.
But 90 some proof?
98.6.
Okay, so the biggest, highest proof of all these guys.
Yep.
See, I'm a little bit spoiled with Sagamore sherry because this isn't giving me as much sherry as I was hoping.
I get it. I understand that. I knew you were going to go there. I knew this.
Come on.
This isn't finished. This has been finished in Oloroso sherry casks, and this is a blend, is it not, Trent?
Yeah, it's
like 17-year, 12-year,
16, 12, and 7.
16, 17, 12, and 7.
Yeah, something like that.
The blend, but finished in Oloroso sherry cask.
And I think only the 7-year was finished in the sherry.
Okay.
I don't think they were all the different blends. I don't think they were all finished in the sherry.
Thank you for that. Clearing that up. I still get it though on the nose. I still get some bright fruit note. I think what you're thinking of with the Sagamore, it's more of a richer,
it's dusty, man.
Right. Oh. This is more of a bright, fruit note on the nose with the aromas, but still, I like it.
I'm scared. Okay. Whoa.
Interesting.
I sort of like it.
Yeah.
It's like I get that sherry, but then it tastes like a mushroom.
Mushroom.
Yeah. Get to 75% of the palate, and then think I'm eating like what do they call those? The little shiitake mushrooms.
I can't even take another sip. You gotta settle down over there.
It's gonna taste like a mushroom. Or something earthy. I don't know if it's interesting.
It is. I guess I'm focused a little bit more on the finish.
Not the mushrooms?
I haven't got to the mushrooms yet.
Okay, that's a shame.
And I understand what you're saying. There is some earthiness to the body of the bourbon there. But the finish to me is more bright. It doesn't seem to be... it's lacking a little bit in depth, but it's still pretty good. It's more like a crisp red apple type thing. When I think of Oloroso sherry, especially in my scotch and things like that.
Yeah, your scotch.
It digs more into the prunes and figs and raisins and things of that nature. You don't get that with this. This is more of a brighter red apple, possibly a bright strawberry note with the finish.
It's almost like you're going up a roller coaster, right? And you're waiting for like the drop or whatever, and like the roller coaster breaks down on the way up.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's got some good body, and I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I just I wish it had a little bit more like punch to the finish.
I can go with you on that because I do agree with you. It's probably a sad thing that we're coming off of this and going into that because this was so good. But I do like it though still.
Yeah.
I do like it. I really do. Now, is it quite as good as last year's, Calvados finish? No, but that's, and again, we've talked about this before. That's
different. It's a different animal.
It's a different thing, and every year is going to be not quite the same. That stuff is phenomenal. This stuff I think is solid. This particular release is solid. Is it fantastic in my humble opinion? Not really. But however, I think I'd be happy to get a pour of this.
I wish that they would kind of disclose a little bit about their percentages because for the price point, it's getting up there. If you're getting a decent majority of 16-year-old stuff, that's fine. But if it's like 2% 16-year and then 58% finish and like all that stuff,
right?
Personally, I would not buy another one.
Okay.
I think it's good, but it's not something that I would be like over the top excited to dive into. Sure. I might be a little bit spoiled with the Sag Sherry because honestly, I think it's so good.
Yeah, I get that, but that's one of your favorites. You can't really every release to your absolute favorite, right?
Yeah, I do.
It's kind of unfair.
Two though, because it's there's some amount of a 16-year-old bourbon in there. I'm getting quite a bit of like a drying oak.
I can see
I would
that.
imagine that's why, because it's mixed with a 16-year-old. I don't know the percentages.
I don't get a whole lot of sweetness on the bourbon part past the finish. I do get that bright red apple, strawberry type note, but it doesn't really delve then into sweetness per se. It doesn't go to caramel, toffee, brown sugar. It does go to more to earthiness and oak and things like that into the bourbon. So, but I'd still be happy with it.
Yeah, I mean it's neat. I'm glad that they came out with a sherry finish finally. What are you like? I'm buying again. I'm buying again. I'm not buying again.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little different than you are when it comes to allocated and kind of high dollar stuff. I'm buying this all day, every day if I see it.
Okay.
That truly is really good. Probably, I don't have a ton of experience, but I'm positive that's the best Michter's 10-year bourbon that I've ever tasted.
Yeah, I agree.
I was surprised big time with it.
Good job, Michters.
I'm happy that you bought this. I'll have a taste of it. I like last year's better.
Well, you took my bottle from last year, so I'm stuck with it. I'm stuck with this one, which I'm happy about because it's good. I like it.
So would I personally buy that now that I've tasted it for $150? Probably not.
Okay.
However, I will say it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
You're not going to be disappointed if you do purchase it.
I agree. Yeah.
That's just me because Trenton's got one. So keep that in mind. This one here, I would not line up for $150 for it. No. I think it's a strong effort. I think it's a decent quality bourbon.
Yeah.
But I don't think it rises to the occasion to meet that price point that they're asking for it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Maybe not about the rye, but I agree with you.
Highlight of the show right here.
Yeah, that's good.
Pretty fantastic.
If you can find it, I'd buy it.
That's all we got for you today. I hope you appreciated it. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. We'll see you next time right down here with Trent and I in a good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.